Hello, hello, Virgo. How have you been? I missed you. Glad to be back. You know, it's interesting. So February was a bit of a reset month for me, for sure. And I was kind of getting the sense, Virgo, as I was shuffling your cards and meditating on your energy, as I always do before we get started. They were kind of giving, Spirit was kind of giving me the impression that you had a little bit of a reset month too, a lot of you. A lot of like, whoa, wait, let me take a step back. Let me really clear my head and think about things. A little bit of like, how funny. This is the first card to leap out. So it's your first card of the month. And this is definitely saying, yeah, taking a break, temperance, moderation, thinking about the way that you spend the time, thinking about the way that you take care of your body, the way that you run your life. Spirit is saying for a lot of you, you kind of came face to face with some really important kind of life lessons. Temperance I often see when we have realized that life is a mirror. Our relationships are mirrors, our circumstances are mirrors. It doesn't mean, it's like a hot button thing to say, right? But it doesn't mean that like, okay, if life is sucking right now, it's because you deserve it. That's not what that means. Please don't take it as such. That is like that is the last thing in the world that I would want to tell you. What I mean is, if we keep getting into the same kind of relationship, even though it's, you know, different people, but like, man, I keep experiencing like possessiveness, or I keep experiencing rejection or abandonment or whatever. If you keep experiencing it with different people, then it's time to not take blame for it, but take responsibility for it. Like, okay, so then what is it? What am I looking for? What am I seeking? And often, ooh, and this is what they're saying for you, Virgo. Okay, we're getting deep right off the bat. We have pulled a single card, damn it. Spirit's got a lot to say for March. I took a break, right? Some stuff has happened. They're saying that what confirmation have some of you been seeking that you are not worth it? In what way have you been doing things like being in relationships with people who are not very good for you, whether that's your friends that you hang around with or a lover? Like, who is it that maybe, you know, you don't feel very valued by, and what are you getting out of it? Let me just say it that way. What are the positives? What am I getting out of this? A little bit of a reframe, okay? Might really illuminate some things for you. Wow. Oh my God. Jeez. Okay, we're gonna pen down in just a second, Virgo, and we're gonna talk about the devil and why he's showing up at your party. I'm glad to see Temperance got to the party first. She's gonna set him straight. All right, Virgo. What does Virgo need to know, please, Spirit, in March 2018? What do they need to know? March 2018. March for Virgo. March 2018. March 2018. March 2018, Spirit, for their highest good. Virgo, 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 Sun, Moon, Rising. All right. All right, Virgo. Yeah, you're definitely, Spirit wants you to cut out a little bit of excess this month. And it's interesting that they're using the word excess when your reading starts out with, like I said, temperance. That card of moderation, that card of making sure that everything is in balance. And it's not very like you to be doing things excessively, Virgo, but that might be why you have felt like you needed to take a step back and go, wait, what is this? Like, why is this happening? You know, Spirit just said some of you got pulled over. I know that is super specific, and this is the part where I should say, Virgo, these are of course general readings. So because it's not one-on-one, Spirit gives me a lot of messages. And I want you to, this should be empowering for you. This should be about you following your own intuition through this reading and picking up what they're trying to tell you through the generalized message that is for all Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And so this one is definitely not going to apply to every Virgo, but Spirit's always going to tell me, like, this is really important, so this is getting pushed to the top of the pile, basically. They're saying some of you got pulled over. Some of you, like, got arrested or got into some kind of trouble with the law over maybe, like, a DUI or it feels like for some of you, substance has gotten you into a little bit of trouble. So whether it's already happened, like legally speaking, or it's more like your personal life is starting to show a little bit of like frazzling from maybe dabbling in something a little too much or enjoying a little too much of the partying lifestyle, hanging out with the devil like every night instead of, you know, once every couple months. There's a little bit of like, I need to clear some excess out of my life. All right, I should show you your cards now. I've been talking at you for a while. All right, Virgo, let's do it. I can do it, I swear. Okay, here we go. This is your life. Okay. Okay. This is a, you know, as much as I'm talking about the excess and the getting rid of things, Virgo, I'm always going to go to how do we get through the bullshit? How do we compost this bullshit to make an amazing, you know, something grow out of it, right? Which is totally what you have going on. The Ace of Pentacles is a golden opportunity, not to be confused with the silver platter, Virgo, which you're not a fan of those anyway. You like putting the work in. You get a lot of satisfaction out of taking the seed of something and growing it into something amazing. So embody the best aspects of yourself in March, Spirit is saying, Virgo, by going slow and steady, by being very choosy about how you spend your energy, how you spend your time, the way you take care of yourself. I'm really feeling like your physical body is really, really important this month. It's important all the time, Virgo. But again, they're talking to me about excess. So, moderation. Not too many all-nighters. You know, even in the pursuit of something really important, which I do see some of you are in the pursuit of something really important. You're seeking some kind of promotion, some kind of big, big opportunity. And it will benefit you not to do things like work all day and all night on this big project just because you want everybody to look at it. This is going to be one of those things, Virgo, where you look back at what you were writing or editing at 3 a.m. the night before and you're like, this is gibberish. What was I doing? Give yourself the sleep, give yourself the rest to like take time for a good meal, take time for a nap when you're feeling it, okay? Because you got a lot on your plate. A lot on your plate. So let's talk about excess, Virgo. This is the devil. If you've been here before, Virgo, then you've probably heard me say that, you know, the devil is not Satan. It's not about evil. It's nothing like that. The devil is about bondage. Willing bondage, like addiction. Addiction to a substance, addiction to a person, addiction to something that is toxifying your life. So dead-end job, toxic relationship. What is it that is making you feel small, Virgo? What is it that is making you feel attached and like you can't go anywhere, which is so frustrating because you so want to go. You have this amazing vision, and if you attach yourself and remain attached to the devil, I'm not telling you that you won't get there, but I'm telling you that you're going to waste a lot of time wrestling with this guy instead of like making the slow, steady progress that Spirit is referencing. It's like I said, Virgo, these are general readings, and it's like I'm seeing basically both outcomes here. I'm seeing that some of you set yourself free really fast and really powerfully and put this situation to death. You know, I love to see this death card that people are so freaked out by when it comes after the devil. Like, thank you. I'm ready to put this out to pasture. I'm done. I'm closing this chapter, which is what death is about. It's not about physical death or physical malady. It's about, I'm fucking done. This is dead. This has been, like, I beat this dead horse to death, like to dust. It's gone. It's over. Moving on. Moving on, dropping the baggage, moving forward, Virgo. This is very, very possible for you. Okay. This is what Spirit is saying, all right? They want me to share something that I experienced personally, okay? Because apparently some of you are experiencing this. So let's get personal a little bit, shall we, Virgo? Not too long ago, I was in the, you know, those death throes, those painful death throes after the end of a relationship. And you know how these things are, you know, you're in bed, it's nighttime, and that's when it's the worst, right? That's when the thoughts really like come creeping in, and the temptation to seek out the substance, the chemical reaction, the dopamine, the serotonin that I got from this guy, right? Like, oh my God, fuck, this sucks. I miss him, etc. Like attachment. And let me say here, Virgo, not for an ego reasons, but just to make this even more clear, like I broke up with this person, right? Like I made the choice to leave this person, but I was still feeling that attachment, that connection, and I was feeding that connection basically by like thinking these thoughts, right? And so, you know, in these painful throes, I did what I do, and I asked like, Spirit, can you please come through, tell me what I'm supposed to get from this? What am I supposed to learn from this? And it was really comforting, Virgo, when they came through and said, this attachment, basically like they were showing me almost like an image of a cord, as if I was attached to this person, right? And they were like, that does not exist. The attachment that you feel, the need that you feel, that is inside of you. Like that need can only be fulfilled by connecting to yourself, okay? So this is what Spirit is asking you to do, Virgo. Now, I recognize that if this is a substance abuse problem, literally, it's going to take a lot more work than just connecting with yourself, but I can also say that connecting with yourself is really, I mean, that's what the point of all like 12-step programs or rehab programs are. What have I been doing this thing for? Whether, again, you're addicted to a substance, you're addicted to a person, you're addicted to a situation. What was I covering up? What was I hiding from in myself, Virgo? And I'm talking specifically about me in that moment. What was I trying to get from that person that I wasn't giving to myself? That was the point. What have I not been giving to myself? How have I left and abandoned myself, right? So what is it in you that is crying out and that is being fed by this sort of dark situation? What in you is unconscious and wants to be recognized and seen? Because that's all the devil is the things that we lock in the shadows, the things we're ashamed of. I'm ashamed of this need. I'm ashamed of this desire. I'm ashamed of this action. Well, don't be, Virgo. Even if you tell no one else, Spirit wants you to forgive yourself. You are loved unconditionally by Spirit the way that a wonderful, good, ideal parent would love you. You made a mistake. It's okay. I can say you made a mistake and still love you. I can say that was a bad thing for you to do and still love you. This is how we learn. Okay, Virgo? And you can be a little hard on yourself. You expect a lot from yourself. So breathe easy. Be kind. At least, and let me say it like this, Virgo. Let me fucking... If you were going to decide to keep hanging out with the devil, you know, keep doing the substance, keep being with the person, keep doing the codependency thing or whatever, at least don't put shame and guilt on top of the action. If you're going to choose to take the action, recognize that you're making a conscious choice to keep doing this. And I'm going to tell you a secret. Taking off the shame and guilt about it makes it a lot easier to disconnect from it. So if you're not ready to do it now, just think about taking off the guilt and the shame and see if it doesn't get easier to detach from this person or this substance or this dead-end job, this dead-end situation, this toxic situation, okay? You are ready to put this to death. I want to encourage you, Virgo. I feel like you are the Knight of Pentacles in this situation. So some of you have a Queen of Wands in your life, okay? And this could be a male or female, especially when I'm doing general readings. I'm very hesitant to try to ascribe a gender to this. The Queen of Wands is someone in your life who you see as powerful, charismatic, creative, proud, a great leader, natural leader, and the Queen of Wands is the creator. She's the idea person, right? She's passion and creativity and spirit. She's even got a magic wand and a little black cat. So this may be a person who is actually does something magical or is somehow involved in like the occult in a really cool way. But she's very sunny. You know what I mean? This isn't like a very, not that no Scorpios are sunny, but it's like, they're telling me like, this isn't like a scorpionic energy. This is more of a bold, kind of fiery, open, very lit up energy. Seek this person's advice or assistance in seeing yourself, okay? So like I said, whether they actually do magic-y things or that you just feel like their presence is so radiant and magical that they help you see things differently and empower you. That's what Spirit is saying, is this person empowers you, Virgo. So allow yourself to be empowered by them. It's going to help you move forward. It's going to help you cut ties. You've been carrying too much for too long, but you're ready. You're ready to let it go. Carrying everything, all the pressure, all the weight. How you, Virgo, the sign of service. But I'm proud to report that your destination is within sight. So even if some of you don't clear stuff off your plate, I feel like you can get there. But you do want to clear the shame and the guilt. You do want to clear your head in order to know your mission and to move forward smoothly. You are leaving the drama behind by the end of March, so many of you. I see that in a couple of different ways. And of course, everything is within your free will, Virgo. That's the beauty of getting a reading. If you like what you're seeing, keep doing what you're doing. If you don't like what you're seeing, then you pivot and you can change this outcome, okay? Many of you are ready to leave the excesses behind. Many of you are done resting on your laurels. That's the other side of this that Spirit is saying, okay? You've recognized that something that was once very nourishing and fulfilling, maybe you rested on your laurels a little too long, or somebody else did, or it's just no longer befitting of you. It's grown stagnant. There is something new and amazing out there for you, especially when I see this and this, not to mention they're lined up with death. But this is about a new adventure, a vision calling to you, your ship's coming in, an opportunity coming to you, a genuine, like, a gateway, okay? This, especially combined with death and this card, is like, gateway is opening, something new and amazing, new opportunity for major growth. Just notice that this guy is carrying a lotus blossom, okay, Virgo? And here is your final, you're like, I'm gonna absolve you again, okay? Lotus blossoms can only grow in darkness and in mud. Lotus blossoms, literally, can only grow out of that, okay? So out of the darkness, and that is the symbol for consciousness blooming out of unconsciousness, okay? A little light shone on that swamp, and out comes the lotus blossom. So shine a little light on the swamp. Don't be afraid. Don't be ashamed, Virgo. It's going to blossom something new and incredible in your life. New opportunity, new vision. Now, let's look, having said all that, let's look at your Fiercely Focused spread and get a little bit more of an idea of what Spirit thinks you can do to have the best month possible, to move in the best, most positive direction. If you haven't been here, Virgo, this is just a quick 5-card spread to cap off your reading, looking at a theme for your month, what you need to most be aware of or embody, and Spirit is totally telling me to pull whatever this is. Ugh, yes. Okay. Lovers, did I say that you're at a gateway? Did I say that you're at like an amazing precipice and heading toward this incredible adventure? That's what the Lovers is. Gosh, is the Devil accessible? Where are you, Devil? Okay. So, this was what was in your last reading, right? I want to show you the comparison here. And this is true even if I pulled the Lovers card from the current deck, sorry, cameras are backwards. Even if I pulled the Lovers card from this deck and I put them side by side, the Lovers would be this tall compared to the couple in the Devil card, okay? Like, you reach your full height. You reach your full power when you go after what you're passionate about instead of yielding to what you're afraid of. Chase the good fear. That's what they just said. Chase the good fear, Virgo. Love. Ugh, love. Okay. All right. And you know what, Virgo? I want to look at you. So pardon all my face. Hi. Okay. Can you see me? You can see me. Yay! Okay. All right, Virgo. So, commit. Commit. Follow your bliss. Go after the good fear. Go after the thing that is like exciting to you. Gateway opening, but it requires you choosing and going for it instead of sticking with the same old, same old. So anything that has been stagnant, poisonous, toxic in your life, you're starting to be ready, some of you, and some of you are fully ready to let it go. Okay. So now let's look at the physical, financial, earthy aspect of your life. What's going on for Virgo with their finances, their career? What does Spirit want them to know? Fell right out. Balance. Balance and moving your funds around a little bit, okay? So this is about, like, you might be shifting your money around this month. There's a reason that the infinity symbol is appearing out of 2 coins and this ribbon that he's wrapped around them. It's when we dance, you know, when we dance deftly with what we have, when we move our resources around, like, ooh, you know what, let me pay a little bit more on this because, you know, the interest is higher. Or let me invest in this because this can make me a little bit of money down the road. Play the game. Move things around, Virgo. You're very fluid, you're a mutable sign, you're very clever, you're good with money and the earth element. So think about how you could switch your finances. Look at your budget. You'll bring more flow and like harmony into your finances by seeing what's out of balance and correcting it, okay? All right. Now, let's look at the mental realm. What are you thinking? What are you speaking about? What are you hearing? What's going on in your head in March? Okay. Yeah, some of you, this, you know, okay. I'm just going to say what Spirit just said. And I'll say this is what one of my spirit guides said. Let me just put it like that because this is offensive language. Somebody's being a bit of a bitch. And I mean bitch in the sense of someone is talking shit behind your back or, you know, someone is maybe saying it right to your face. This just feels very petty. Feels petty, feels bitchy, feels like they're trying to draw you into a losing battle. Like, this is like the Facebook comment war card, you know what I mean, of our modern times. Like, ugh, I just wasted an hour of my time arguing with this idiot, and neither of us changed our mind or got what we wanted, but we both got to be like, man, I'm taking my ball and going home. Stay out of the petty. And if people make you feel like this, like that is something to think about when we're talking about culling things from your life and getting rid of shit that's not working. This is a waste of your time, Virgo. So anybody that you're having these, like, I'm like a fighting an uphill battle, it's a constant, like, just bitching and moaning, and it's not worth your time. You got better things to think about. This is why Spirit's like talking about all these wonderful like new horizons opening for you, okay? Like, because there's some old shit that is just like, yeah, I think I'm ready to walk away from ever having this conversation with you again, because they're saying it feels like you've had that conversation like 1,000 times. Done. Done. It's just draining. Draining. Okay. So let's see now, on that note, what's going on in your heart? What's going on with you emotionally? What are you going to be feeling or experiencing in your relationships in March? What do they want you to know for your highest good? Choose wisely. Choose wisely, Virgo. Again, you're a mutable sign, so the options, like, you can see them all. You're a critical thinker, but you're also very mutable, so, you know, you can kind of change your mind at times because you can see it. What really matters to you, Virgo? Okay, wow. This is what Spirit is saying, okay? What matters to you, not in some abstract way, but think about what in your life feeds you and what drains you. If you put it in those binary black and white terms, does it make it easier for you to go, damn, like, I really wish that I could say I had a good relationship with my mother, but she really just drains me. So it might be wise for me to restrict my time talking to her to like the once a whatever phone call and, you know, the 2 holidays I see her a year. And other than that, for my mental health, if you're doing this with your mom and they're bringing up moms, you know, I love, you know, moms are such a sacred thing, but that's what they're bringing up. And there are such things as narcissistic mothers, okay? Some of you are dealing with somebody like that, and whether it's a mother, a lover, a family member, if they really are a narcissist and they're draining you and every time you have a conversation it's like this, let me be the last one to hold it against you for limiting your contact with that person and kind of detaching emotionally from them. Choose wisely what you invest your time, your time, your love, not everything is worth it, Virgo. This is a theme for you. Detach from the shit that's not working, because there's amazing options and you don't want to feel like, fuck, I missed out on this because I was over here having the conversation with that fucking jerk for the millionth time. And meanwhile this, and it's gone. You know what I mean? Don't do that, Virgo. Okay. Now, the lovers are accessible, Virgo. So whether that for you is true love or true commitment to your real passion, or both, it's there for you. It wouldn't come up if it wasn't there for you. So don't be afraid to let go of the shit that is not satisfying, because it is there for you. And I got no business and no interest in telling you some shit that isn't true just to make you feel good. I really don't. It's there, Virgo. It's there. But finally, let us see, what is stoking your passions? What is lighting you up and activating you in March? What does Spirit want you to know about the fiery realm? Yep. You have fought very hard, Virgo. You have a lot of passion, more than a lot of people give you credit for as a sign. And I want you to know that as much as we've been talking about, like, losing battles, pointless battles and fights that just leave you fatigued and like broken and bandaged, like, you know, our friend here in the Five of Wands, or sorry, the Nine of Wands, you still made it. You still got through the battle, and not just that, you took the weapons of all the people and things you've come up against. None of these fights was in vain, Virgo. You learned something from every single one. So don't mourn them. Take them forward. Take them forward like a warrior, okay? I don't care if I'm walking away from this relationship or this situation or this job with a black eye and a limp. If I'm walking away, then I won. If I'm walking away, then I'm walking through the gateway to find what is divinely, like what is in divine appointment for me, okay? Divine appointment is what Spirit just said. You've got a divine appointment to get to, Virgo, and you hate to be late. So, get on. Thank you so much for being here, Virgo. I'm really, really happy that you made it. I really hope that this is helpful for you. And if you did like this video, please like it and subscribe if you want to see more. Every like, comment, share, all that stuff kind of sends a message to YouTube of like, oh, hey, people might want to see this. So thank you for all you do to help me spread the message. I'd love to hear from you, whether it's questions or confirmations. I love that stuff. And if I don't see you before April, then I hope you have a magical month and that I see you soon. Bye, Virgo.